This is rural America. It's where your roots are. It's where you bought your first car, got that first job, where you went to church, worked the farm. It's where you started your business and made your money, raised your family. It's the heartland of our country, the place of American dreams. And we are the land caught in the middle. From our youth, we've always been competitors, competing on the football fields and basketball courts of our towns and cities, dueling our neighbor rivals, both on and off the field. But the economic playing field has changed. And in the next 40 years, your piece of rural America could look a lot different. Once booming cities with healthy economies, strong industries and solid communities are turning into lifeless, vacant ghost towns. We're losing a large percentage of our youth. We're in what's called a brain drain.
If this keeps happening the same way in the next 50 years, I do not think small towns like Milan, Unionville, will be still in existence. There's just no need for them unless they can revitalize and can bring back the community.
The population of our 18 counties has been cut in half. The U.S. Census shows that in 1900, our 18 counties had over 447,000 people. And by 2010, the total population was less than 264,000. That's a loss of 182,000 people.
Right now, the data is clear, the trends are clear. Rural America is simply losing ground and will continue to decline unless we figure out a way to turn that around.
The economic game has changed, and the playing field is bigger than we ever thought possible. Our competition is global. But globalization is just one of the many barriers. With each new obstacle, our global competitor takes the advantage, and we're getting knocked off our feet.
I am very convinced that we will look back at this last 20-year period and realize that globalization has changed our economy forever.
If we're going to compete globally, and we can, and we will, we need to think regionally, not in our little individual silos, but larger.
We've come to a time where communities on their own can't do it. Communities have to be part of a larger picture, part of a region.
As Northwest Missouri thinks about its economic future, it needs a King Arthur. King Arthur is an organization that can provide a round table to bring together all of the public leaders, the private leaders, to think about what the region does best and how it's going to unlock that opportunity.
Inspired by the success of over 700 community foundations throughout the United States, your local community foundation is a public charity that serves our 18 counties of Northwest Missouri. Starting a fund at the community foundation is like planting and growing those things you care about, the things you want to see grow and sustain for years to come. From church to school, to food bank and orphanage, to sports and the arts. Imagine what we could do for our towns to ensure a brighter future.
I think this community foundation presents an enormous opportunity to make a real difference in Northwest Missouri.
Recently, a transfer of wealth study concluded that in our local region of 18 counties, we have a net worth of over $18 billion. If everyone in our 18 counties donated just 5% of their estates into a donor-advised fund, over the next 10 years, that would result in over $268 million. And in the next 50 years, that climbs to over $2.6 billion. With compound interest multiplying every year, going back into our region with just 5%.
What my wife and I are planning to do is divide whatever estate we have into 4 parts, 3 for our 3 children, and 1 that goes into a donor-advised fund within our Community Foundation of Northwest Missouri, and growing and growing and growing, that it'll do good for years and years in the future when not only my kids are here, but hopefully my grandkids and their kids, and it just goes on and on. And so that's a good feeling to know that we can make a difference long after we're gone.
If people could set up a fund in a foundation to help their community for the things that they care about, that would be, we could transform, we could be the shining 18-county region of the United States.
We must unite across our state and regional borders, helping and supporting each other. There are no spectators in this game. We all must stand together. We have the choice to either win together or fail together. Today we can share our strengths and forge a new trail, a new way, a new hope. This is rural America. This is our home. Contact the Community Foundation of Northwest Missouri and learn how you can leave a legacy and help make a difference in saving your family's community. At the Community Foundation of Northwest Missouri.